Japan offered valuable lessons learned in disaster recovery efforts after last year's Maui wildfires, but also inspired hope and healing. I recently traveled to Tokyo for the annual U.S.-Japan Council Conference, where leaders and students of Maui had a chance to say mahalo. It's a story that's all new at 6. This is Higashi Matsushima City in the Tohoku region of northeast Japan. A thriving hub for fishing and seaweed farming, the city is beautiful and peaceful today. It's come a long way from 13 years ago after it was hit with the worst earthquake and tsunami in Japan's history. The disaster led to the deaths of tens of thousands of people, devastated entire towns, and triggered the Fukushima nuclear disaster 85 miles away.
Our city, more than 1,100 people lost their lives, and about over 60% of the land was flooded by the tsunami.
Miku Narisawa survived the 2011 disaster. At just 12 years old, she was one of hundreds of people led by a teacher to the third floor of an elementary school classroom to seek refuge. All of them survived.
And I personally lost homes and friends because of the tsunami.
She participated in one of the first Tomodachi programs, Rainbow for Japan Kids, a program inviting young tsunami survivors to Hawaii to find hope and healing. The love and aloha she received inspired her to partner with the Japanese Cultural Center of Hawaii to spearhead a program called Kibou for Maui, or Hope for Maui. Funded by Japan's Ministry of Foreign Affairs and implemented by the U.S.-Japan Council, the program allowed Maui leaders and dozens of Lahaina students to visit the Tohoku region of Japan.
My main message to students was that they're not alone, that they have, allies, friends, and other adults who are supporting them.
Learning valuable lessons from a community that rebuilt and recovered from its own life-changing disaster.
I face survivor's guilt. I really do feel guilty because I didn't lose as much as everyone else. So coming to Tohoku, I actually talked one-on-one with the survivors who feel the same exact things that I'm feeling and how to deal with it.
The whole purpose was to learn what resilience really is, because I think Japan really is the leader on being a resilient country.
Students and leaders recently traveled back to Japan to share what's been implemented at the annual U.S.-Japan Council Conference in Tokyo.
And a lot of ideas from evacuations to using N5 sensors and AI to building more resilient communities.
The mayor and a leadership delegation also continuing to visit with disaster experts and giving thanks to Japan for connecting two places thousands of miles apart by opening hearts and hope.
And the biggest thing we want to show to our community is that there is hope. We're learning from Japan that you can recover from these tragedies.
Having the people in a community who has been going through that around them I think is really important for them to kind of move forward.
Especially the youth coming up as the next generation, I want them to be empowered by their own voices and speak up in order to create a future that they want to live in and for future generations.
All part of a mission helping to carry a little aloha a long way. Mahalo to Hawaiian Airlines for flying me there. Next year's U.S.-Japan Council Conference will be held right here on Oahu.